Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Blu Ray Ben. Today I'm going to be showing you the movies I picked up over the last few months. If you saw my last update video, which was about 3 months ago, I did explain that from now on, instead of doing updates every month with 7 or 8 titles, I was going to be doing them less often, maybe once every 3 months, as I've been doing. But I've decided to pick up nicer releases, a bit more expensive, but obviously less quantity. Because basically, as I've explained many times, with the import taxes and export taxes now from Amazon UK and other companies, it's a bit more expensive. So I prefer to buy a smaller quantity, but a bit more expensive, and then I save on those costs. So we're going to get straight into this. I've actually got some really nice additions, really nice pickups, over the last few months. I'm looking forward to showing you. Some of them I have already done unboxings on my channel, so I'll let you know which ones they are, and if you want to, know a bit more about them, a bit more detailed, you can go and check out the unboxing videos, and some of them I haven't spoken about yet at all. And that's the case with the first movie that I picked up. Now, this movie is one of my favorite I suppose you could call it a B movie, but it's not entirely like that. The budget was okay, and this is the snake creature feature, Anaconda. Hopefully you can make that out because it's a black case and there is some glare from the lights. But yeah, I own this on VHS, and I used to watch it a lot as a kid. Really, really loved it. This is probably one of the movies that really got me into these sort of animal attack creature features. And it's been very, very long time since I've seen it. It was actually brought out in 1997, and I think it's probably been about 15 years I haven't seen it, because obviously I don't watch my VHSs anymore. So I was happy that 88 Films were releasing this on obviously a HD release. And I also like the fact that it comes in a black case. It is a Blu-ray, not a 4K, but it comes in a black case. And yeah, I just had a blast rewatching it. And also afterwards, I enjoyed watching all the extras. There's some great extras, some interviews with a lot of the cast and the director and things like that. And I learned a lot about the movie that I didn't know. For example, I didn't know that it was Jennifer Lopez's first film. She did a film actually after this film, but it was brought out before because this one took longer to edit. So this was actually her first film, even though it came out as her second film. So it was sort of all the extras. You always learn, a lot about the film and how they're made, and just had some great extras. As I said, a film I've thoroughly enjoyed when I was a kid, and I thoroughly enjoyed rewatching again, as well as the extras. It's got a great cast, but most of them were even sort of unknown, unheard of at that time. Jennifer Lopez, obviously, as I said, it's her first film. Danny Trejo is also in this at the start of the film in a scene. Owen Wilson as well, and Ice Cube. I think Ice Cube was probably the most famous person there because of his music. I think it was when he started getting into film. But yeah, just a great young cast, and as I said, had a blast. So if you haven't seen this movie and you do like your sort of animal attack creature features, definitely pick it up from 88 Films. Just a fun movie, just to sort of sit down and watch while you don't want to think too much about. And obviously Jennifer Lopez, as being very young, is very, very sexy indeed in this movie. So there you go. That's Anaconda. Okay, the next two movies that I picked up were from the HMV Premium Collection. I picked them up because they were doing their sale of 2 for £15, which I haven't seen recently again, so I don't know if they're going to be doing that. So the first one I got on that deal, I have done an unboxing, so if you want to go and check that out for me, more detail, go and check it out. And it's H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. This is obviously the original movie, not the remake. This one was brought out in 1960. I absolutely love the book, and I'm ashamed to say that I hadn't actually seen this one, the original one, before picking this up. I'd seen the remake quite a few times. I think it was with Guy Pearce, Guy Pearce. So yeah, I picked it up because the £15 two movie deal, and really, really enjoyed it. Absolutely loved it. As I say many times, I do like these sort of creature features and old, classic monster movies. And this is sort of a mix of all the sci-fi and the attacks and all that. And I think it was done really well. The way they sort of portray him going forward and back in time, I think it's done really well. And it's a film that as I said, I'm ashamed that I didn't watch beforehand, and now I'll be watching very regularly. So yeah, it's the premium collection, so it does come with either art cards and or the poster, and obviously some special features that they always do with these releases. And of course, I always watch the special features. A lot of people pick up these releases. They cost more and they have good special features, and they never watch them. I watch them all. Sometimes my wife calls me crazy because I watch the film, which is an hour and a half, and then I spend 3 hours watching the special features. But that's what I like to do. Yeah, so that's the Time Machine on the HMV release from 1960. And then the second one in the deal is the Valley of Guangzhou. And this is the typical movie that you probably know I enjoy, which is the sort of really classic sort of dinosaur creature features attacking humans. And this is a movie that Ray Harryhausen is involved in. He does a lot of the stop motion, Dynamotion animation. That's where they sort of take all of these creatures and they make models of them, and then they sort of move them a couple of millimeters and then take a picture, and then another couple of meters and take a picture, and then they put it all together and it looks like these sort of puppets or monsters are moving, and then they put it together with the human actors on the screen. So it's a really original idea that they did, back then, from the 50s up to the 70s, and even into the 80s. And Ray Harryhausen was one of the best of those artists. And this is one that people don't talk about a lot. They talk about other ones like Jason and the Argonauts and Sinbad and other movies, but this was one that went under the radar, and it's a really great movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching it and seeing the creatures in this one. So that's the Valley of Guangzhou. I think this was 1969, I think. I don't think it was the 70s, just before 70s. And you can see here, if you can make that on the image, it's a cowboy here, while sort of a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Triceratops, is that, I think, are fighting. So one of these sort of classic dinosaurs fighting each other as well as humans. Absolutely love it. Okay. Next one is a Criterion release. I also did unboxing this on my channel about a month ago, and this is the 1998 release of Roma, which is directed by Alfonso Cuarón, the Mexican director. I think a lot of people have seen this because I think it won Best Movie, Best Foreign Movie, or Best Movie. Someone let me know down in the comments. I don't know whether it won the Best Picture or the Best Foreign Picture. I'm not sure. Or Best Picture in a foreign language. But yeah, basically it's based loosely upon Alfonso Cuarón's sort of childhood and how he was brought up, and about some helpers that were in his house, and they obviously cleaned and cooked and looked after him while he was young, and just sort of the neighborhood in that part of I think it's Mexico City. And it's a beautiful film, shot beautifully, and the dialogue's amazing. And as long as you don't mind reading subtitles, which I don't, I understand Spanish, but I did have some problems with this because it's not sort of authentic Spanish. It's Mexican, but also sort of mixed in with an old sort of Mexican, but in that neighborhood. So I did have some trouble, so I had to use the subtitles sometimes. But yeah, great film, and obviously on this Criterion release, it's beautiful, lots of artwork, and some amazing extras. And I'm looking forward to sort of visiting or revisiting this once a year at least, because it's such a beautiful film. So that's Roma. Okay, the next film is a film starring Jackie Chan, which is Crime Story. Now, I picked this up about a month ago, and I still haven't watched it. I have seen the movie before. I've got this on VHS, but I'll have to take it out. I've got it under the bed. But I think it was called Police Story. I don't understand why it's called Crime Story here. Maybe there's one of those things that when they brought it out, it was called Police Story, and then they changed it. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure I got this movie and I've seen it, and it was called Police Story. But anyway, I'm gonna have to rewatch it, and as soon as I rewatch it, I'll realize if I've seen it before or not. But I do remember, if it is the film that I think it is, it's one of these. Well, it's not a typical Jackie Chan movie. Because he always does his films with sort of martial arts, obviously, but mixed in with a bit of comedy. And if I remember correctly, this one was a lot more serious. It's based on a kidnapping, a kidnapping that happened to a businessman, I think in China or in Hong Kong. And basically, it's a film based on that. So it's a lot more serious than I was used to when I was watching Jackie Chan as a kid. But that doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to rewatching it. And if anyone knows the difference between Crime Story and Police Story, let me know. But yeah, that's Jackie Chan's Crime Story. And that's also an 88 films release. Okay, the next two are Van Damme movies that I'm picking up. I'm not picking up the whole series from the 88 films releases. I'm just picking up the Van Damme movies that I watched and enjoyed as a kid. So the first one is Nowhere to Run, which is one that I did enjoy when I was younger. I've got it on VHS. I've done an unboxing of this, so go and check that out on my channel if you want to see it. And this is limited edition. It comes with a limited edition slip cover. My number is on the back. That's 2,456 out of 3,000. So yeah, I'm really happy that 88 Films are releasing these Van Damme movies because when I was younger, I loved Jackie Chan. I had lots of his movies on VHS, and Van Damme was another one. And it's just so good to be able to pick them up in HD and with these nice releases with posters and art cards and slip covers and revisit them after so many years. And then just have them in my collection on my shelf once again, because when I was young I had shelves full of VHSs, and obviously I took those all down and put them under the bed, as I said, but now I got them back up on my shelves but in HD. So great film, Nowhere to Run. I think it's one of his better ones, because he has got some movies that I enjoy, but you couldn't really class them as very good movies. But I think this is one of his better action movies, and that's Nowhere to Run. And then the second one is one that I also did an unboxing recently on my channel, and this is Legionnaire. Now this one is actually quite special because I had this on VHS and I watched it obviously, but it had been a long time. I'd forgotten a lot about it, and when I revisited it, I had a blast. I actually realised it was filmed in Quasarati, which is a part of the sort of a town near the desert where they have film studios in Morocco, where I actually went 2 years ago. So where they filmed this, I've actually been in the same place, so that was quite good. But it was also good to sort of remind myself that this film was definitely not one of Van Damme's typical action sort of martial arts movies. It was a more serious movie, and one of those movies they actually tried to act. It's a romance, it's a drama, and he's surrounded by quite a few good British actors, and I think that he realised while he was on set that he had to sort of step up his performance to sort of be on the same level as those other actors, and I think he did a great job. You know, Van Damme's not an amazing sort of drama actor or romance actor, but I think he did really well, and it was good to sort of refreshing to see him in a different role. And a lot of people sort of don't talk about this move, and I think it definitely deserves a lot more attention, and it shouldn't be sort of grouped together with all his other sort of martial arts and action films where he's just showing off his body and fighting. So if you haven't seen Legionnaire, definitely check it out, and I'm sure that if you've seen other Van Damme movies, you'll agree with me that this is definitely a lot more serious acting role for him, and it's just a shame that he didn't get more roles like this. Basically it's about the French Legion, and he joins the French Legion to sort of escape, like many did back in the day, trying to escape the problems that they have in their own lives, and he basically has to sort of defend a fortress, and sort of he becomes how can I say, he sort of he makes a lot of friends in the Legion, and he gets into this sort of group that he's there's a lot of love between the brothers in the Legion, and it's just a really good story, and the ending's quite good as well, so definitely check that out. And there's some great extras as well as the poster and the art cards that come with it. So that's Legionnaire, and that's 1998 Van Damme movie. Okay, and last and definitely not least is a movie that a week ago I did an unboxing of, and this is the Amazon limited edition exclusive release of Gandhi, and this is the 4K Ultra HD as well as the Blu Ray, and comes with so many extras, it's unreal. But yeah, really nice slip box, you can see here, really sturdy slip box with some nice artwork. And then on the inside it also comes with a poster, and then obviously the 4K and Blu-ray with different artwork and everything like that, and also some art cards. So go and check out the unboxing if you want to see that in more detail. But one of these masterpieces in my opinion. And yeah, one film that I've probably seen it about 20 times, even though it's so long. I've seen it about 20 times, and I'm so looking forward to sort of visiting it on HD, because I have it on DVD, and I probably watch it once every 2 years. But yeah, I thought that I definitely needed to spend a little bit of extra money on this release and have a really nice edition in my collection, because it's such Such a classic movie, and as I said, a masterpiece. That's Gandhi from 1982. And you will know the story of Gandhi, of our leader of a non-violent group that's trying to free themselves, an independence group, free themselves from the Raj and the British rule in India. And it just follows his life from when he's a young lawyer until obviously the day of his death. So yeah, an amazing release that I'm really happy to have in the collection. And when I do pick up a 4K TV eventually, this will be the first movie that I'll be putting in to watch in 4K. Until then, there's no problem because it also comes with a Blu Ray, so I'll be watching that on Blu Ray, and that's it. So there you go, guys. Some really nice additions in this sort of update. I'm really happy with them. Let me know what you think of all my pickups, if you've seen the movies, if you like them, if you haven't. And obviously give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next video, but my next update video will probably be in a few months' time. Take care, guys.